Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. We've got this week's event video here. First I would like to mention that I actually skipped a suit last week. I forgot about Rainbow Garment. I forgot to go over that suit, so we're going to do that this week because I missed it last week. And this week we have a couple of things. We've got Lady Lou's event suit and a returning background. That's the first time a background has ever returned. I already have it because I got it the first time it came out. So if you already have the background, that makes Lady Lou's event suit incredibly cheap. Let's get into it. So if we come over to Lotus, we'll take a look at Lotus Fairy, the VIP suit. She is, if I am not mistaken, $50 US. Yep. So $32.80 gold is $50. Let's take a look at her tags and her story and her pieces. So she has two cherubs and they're beautiful, adorable little creatures. She has tags Fairy-like 12K, Sweet 6K, Court Lantern 4K, Gorgeous Romantic and Active at 2K. And she has a really interesting hair color. It almost looks like her bangs are a different color than the rest of her hair. Is her hair ombre or are those her clothes? No, her wig is not ombre. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into her story. In Drunk, she saw several adorable angels flying towards her. Many fairies gathered in the pavilion above the water. The Lotus Fairy was dancing with her little angels. Her dance almost reached its peak as the music was getting faster. Secretly, the water was chatting with the lotus flowers, talking about how impressive her dance was. The lotus flowers appreciated their shadows in the water as they waved along. For the beautiful figure, they had been long. Hit or miss always on the poems. Sometimes it's a hit and sometimes it's a miss. I would call this one a miss, but the suit itself is quite pretty. I will have up on the screen which suits outrank her in the fairy-like tag, if any. And let's move on to let's move on to the next VIP item. This popped up for me. This has not showed up before. Dream Fairy is a 24-hour title. I don't know if that means the title is only going to be available for 24 hours or if you can only have 24 hours to purchase it. I suspect that we only have 24 hours to purchase it, but that it is a permanent title. Actually, let me take a look in... not here. Here. No, chat appearance. And then if we go to title and we go to all, I guess it's going to be a locked one. Now, what was it? Dream Fairy limit. Gift bag purchase lasts for 1 day. Oh, well, okay, well, I'm not gonna buy that then, because it's just for 1 day, so that's time limited title. So you have 24 hours to buy it and it lasts for 24 hours. It's $1. I am gonna go ahead and skip that. I didn't realize that wasn't a permanent purchase, so I'm not gonna buy that. Okay, upon closer inspection of the daily first top-up, I want to point out that you also get 60 gold and 5 of these percent-based EXP bags. So they give you 2 hours of experience earnings from your house. So what that means is you go home and you look at your details and you see how much EXP you earn per hour, and you multiply that by 2. And even though I did that math, it didn't come out exactly right. But 1 bag for my house at my level gives me 221,000. So at my level, that is 116. I would get 1 million EXP for purchasing this for $1. Now, for the record, at this point, it's about 10 million coins for me to get 2 million EXP in the shop. So if you come over here, you can see that's my lowest price is 10 million coins for 2 million EXP. So EXP is very expensive. 1 million EXP for $1 is pretty good at my level, and I do need a lot of EXP. However, I'm still going to skip this because I just don't see the point in buying it. But if you do need EXP, if you do want pretty cheap gold, it's only $1, then it's a purchase, it's available to you, and you do get this Dream Fairy title for 24 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at Rainbow Garment, the last of the VIP items we have this week. She's already been around for a while, so you probably noticed her. She is just like all of the other Rainbow Garment suits. She's going to be $30, so you have to click More Award and purchase it. Oh, I'm sorry, she's $20. I misspoke. She's a $20 suit. If you click More Award, you will be able to purchase her, and you will also get all of these rewards here. If you need a lot of materials, then these are probably worth buying every now and then, especially if you like the suit, because these 30 spirit fruits, that's quite a bit. Just these different materials and awards are really helpful for leveling up your servants and getting more powerful. Let's take a look at her suit parts and her poem. She has an absolutely gorgeous background piece of cherry blossom tree and moon. I think that's a cherry blossom tree, and I'm not entirely sure what all is hanging in it, but it's beautiful. Her piece right here, it's so pretty. This background piece that this moon-shaped lover bird's crook that she's got is absolutely beautiful. Hundreds of birds are heading for the south, so she has a ceremony score of 10,000. She's romantic at 4,000 or close to 5,000. Wooing for 3,000, and then simple, quiet, and innocent at 1,500. Because she's $20, she's not as powerful as a $50 suit, but she is just about as or more powerful than an event suit. So let's go ahead and take a look at her story. Standing under a willow, she is about to set off on this sunny day. Birds are coming here to see her away. Sadly, she bids her farewell to this leisurely, free life. Even the lively spring scenery can't let her stay. Stepping on the carriage, she soon will be a man's wife. She bathes the warm sun and sings all the way. Reluctant to leave, her little friends are shallowing behind. Shadowing? I think that's supposed to be shadowing. The carriage takes her to a magnificent palace, which, to her, is nothing but a cage. Okay, so it sounds like she's entering the palace to be a concubine or perhaps a lady-in-waiting, but she said she's getting married, so she's probably coming to be a concubine, and she is thoroughly unhappy with that set of events. I wish that we have a lot of moon suits and moon suit parts. I almost wish that the moon were separate from these flowers, because I think that would make the suit a little more usable, but unfortunately they're all together. She is very pretty, and she is $20. Let's go ahead and take a look at Lady Lu's suit. Oh, goodbye, Star Ladder. I really did enjoy this event. Oh, I still have some things to exchange. Let's see, can I get anything for 500? Ooh, I can get a ticket, but it would be better to get more PK paper and experience. So make sure to always spend every last bit of the event currency while you can. There's still good things in every shop that you can buy. So this is Lady Lu's new suit. It is called Silent Love. Let's take a look at her parts. Oh, I can't click on it that way. I'm going to have to go to Lady Lu. She's currently my companion, and I am going to go ahead and move into dressing. We'll start by putting on her new hair. It's called Moon. And her new dress, it's called Water Dye. Now you note that there is another set of clothes for Lady Lu. They have loaded in one more set that will be her next Lady Lu event. I don't know when it drops, but it is in the game, and I'll put it on after this. But here are her pieces. So she has a new wig, a new dress, and a beautiful new blue flower background, or white flowers. I think they're supposed to be white with like a tint of blue, and it's So pretty. Now I have noticed all of Lady Lu's suits have water around her. She is from um, like a river part. I can't remember exactly what part of the world she's supposed to be from, but it is a land of waters, rivers, and lakes, and so that's why all of her suits have those parts. Let's go ahead and check. Oh, okay, so her other hair pieces have stories, but this one does not. I think they have forgotten to load it in. Yeah, what about this one? This one does. Okay, so that might be a glitch or a bug on my screen. I'm not sure, but there is no story. There should be. These events generally typically have stories with them. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, which is the other part that will be loaded in at some point. It's called Wrong Pair and Just Queen. So this is the next suit that will drop. I think this is part of the wedding event. There is a I have seen it on the Chinese server. All the maids had wedding suits dropped with the wedding pool. It seemed to all be in the same week, but I don't know how that went. So excuse me, my voice is leaving me. I think that's probably what this is. The story that goes with that is I didn't expect that we would end up here. What does it matter, even if it were a fantasy? Coming soon. So this hints at Lady Lu's backstory. You can imagine that most of the concubines did not marry the emperor for love, if any of them. Not even the MC did that, so the main character did not do that either. The majority of the concubines have sad backstories where they were generally they had somebody in their hearts and then they were forced into marriage to the emperor to join his harem. So Lady Lu is no exception. She is very much in that category. Um, so that's quite sad. Let's take a look at the suit cost then for, not Lotus Fairy, for the event that we actually have for Lady Lu. If I could click on the right thing. So Embrace Fragrance, so Silent Love. Let's take a look at the exchange here. So you can see here there is Flower Bud, and I'm going to go show you what that is in just a second. That is actually a returning background. This is the very first background to ever return. We got it fairly recently, actually. I can't remember the exact date. If I find it, I'll post it up on the screen right now. But this is the first background to return. And we can see here Lady Lu's event parts here, her hairpiece, her dress, and her background. I know a lot of people skip the mate suits. I never do because I think it's a lot of fun to collect them, and they do add about 10,000 power as well as some HP and some attack power, and I will add that to the screen as well for this suit. The total suit cost, if you do not already own the background, is 3,500 gold. However, if you, like me, already own Flower Bud, the suit cost is 1,500 gold. Get it? It's 1,500 gold. That's the cheapest event suit that we've ever had for a mate. She's absolutely worth getting, especially if you already have that background piece. This event is actually quite fun. I'll go over it in a second, but let's cover the rankings. So there is an individual and a talent ranking, and as you can see, I am talent number 3 because I was testing to see how long we could play the minigame. There is no time limit on the minigame. However, if you don't exit the minigame, you never get the points for it. So you do eventually either have to quit the minigame or forfeit the minigame. You have to stop the minigame if you want to get your score on the board and if you want to get the 500 event currency for it. So you can just choose to play forever, but then the cost is going to go way up because if you play the same game the entire time, then you'll definitely have the highest talent ranking, but you will not be on the board at all because you will be probably spending a lot more money because you won't be getting the 42 timer pulls. So you'll end up spending a lot more gold to complete this suit. Let me show you the new background before I forget. So I actually already had it set because as you can see, I'm a dragon this week. So let's go ahead and take a look at the camera. And then I'm going to shrink myself and we're going to go down here somewhere. So this is the background that comes with Lady Lu's event. It is called Flower Bud. As you can see, it is stunning. It's a magnolia and cherry blossom background. I love this tree back here, spreading its petals out across the water. It's a beautiful, beautiful background, and it is, I probably should have calculated how much that alone would cost, but it's about 40 pulls to get that. So since we get a total of 76 free pulls, then if the background is the only thing you want and you don't care for Lady Lu's outfit, you can get it totally for free, or it's about 2,000 gold added on to the cost of Lady Lu's suit. Let's go back over here and I'll show you how to play the mini game because it's a little bit different. It's another one that we've never had before. And I do want to take a look up here because there are some interesting things. So these are the different types of flower combinations that you can make. 3 or more in a row can be erased. Now this also means you can erase 5 in a row. And if you do the plus type, be sure that the plus is 5 in each direction, because if you do one that's 3 in each direction, it won't erase, and the L needs to be 3 wide on each arm. Double color flowers are the confusing part. If you play your cards right, you can use these to get double scores. They're gonna have a center of one color and petals of a different color. And when you erase the petals, the first combination, then it will be the second one. So the first couple of flowers that they give you are solid color, and I'm just gonna arrange them. You know what? I could probably do an L. Yeah, so that's going to be an L when I get an orange one in there. You can see you get plus 10 for every match that you make, and I have enough of the red ones to do the same. So that's a score of 50 instead of 30 because I'm matching more than 3 in a row. I'm just sort of speeding through this because I'm waiting for them to drop the bicolored flowers. There's one. Okay, so see, this one is going to be red after I get rid of all of the orange ones. So I'm going to go ahead and start layering reds right there. So now you can see I have 2 reds in a row. So you have to pay attention to that. And there's about 5 colors. No, there's like 6 colors of flower because there's orange, yellow, green, blue, pink. Oh, see, I messed that up. I was thinking too hard about what color flowers we have. So there's orange, yellow, green, blue, pink. I swear there's another one. Okay, so I've reached the end, but I'm actually going to continue for a minute just to see. Okay, so if I do this, then I clear that out, but now, oh, purple, that was the next color. Yes, there's like 6 colors of flowers. I'm gonna play myself into a corner here. There's blue. Okay, and now I have blue again, but that's gonna be purple, so that's gonna be an issue. Alright, there we go. I set up a double. So that's kind of what I wanted to show, was that we can set up doubles, and there is an over button here. Now, I left from this button down here, and I left, and the over button disappeared when I came back out, so I had to fill my entire screen with flowers to get past it. But now, well, let's see. If I leave, you can see that I can choose continue, but I don't get a score, and my timer down here is the same. Yeah, so now it's gone. Okay, so let me restart the game and see if the over button comes back, because I don't really feel like filling the entire screen with flowers. Okay, I am back. Hit continue. Oh, it's still gone. Okay, so you cannot leave the mini game. Or you're going to have to do this to get out, because I can't quit any other way. Oh, the shovel. I should mention the shovel. It costs 20 gold, and you can use it to remove 1 flower. It's actually quite useful for when the board starts filling up, which it will as you continue to play. And I want out of here. And this is the only way to quit now because the over button has disappeared. So that's a glitch they might fix. I should probably file a bug report about that. Let me take a screenshot of it. And I will file a bug report once I return. So I can consume a tool to continue, or I can just hit this button up here. I would like to end this round, so I get 500, and now I can sweep for the rest of my score. And if we continue down here, we can see our completion prizes, as always, are down there. And we already went over the rankings, but pay attention to the ranking awards and decide where you want to put your effort. As usual, individual is how much gold you spent, and talents is how high you scored in the game itself. So we're going to spend all of that and collect that. So I have 6,500. If I come into exchange, I can't buy any of those, but I only want the Lotus right now anyway. And that, I think, is everything. Oh, no, it's not. Thank you, Mishi, for the reminder down here. It hasn't dropped yet, but they have loaded in a new cross-server event. So if your server has got cross-server unlocked, a lot of the new servers don't have this page unlocked yet because you have to be a certain level as a server in order to complete it, and the levels are calculated by the strength of your top 10. So once your top 10 are at a certain level, then you get cross-server battles. So you can see who we're fighting. Poor server 13 has to fight against 3 merged servers. They do struggle. But we can see here that this is our cross-server battle right here. I'm assuming that the costume contest is going to be down here somewhere, because you can see Royal Assembly is right here. But the new costume contest has already been loaded into the shop, and the game says it's going to start on Monday. You can see here that there is a new spot, the activity store. And this is the new event suit, and we're going to go take a look at her in just a second. She is actually really, really pretty. It has a new currency, and we can purchase elite papers and 5-star elite debris and PK paper and jade debris when we are done with that suit. Let's go ahead and take a look at her. And also, I noticed that next week's event suit is also loaded into luxurious. So let's scroll to the bottom. And here she is. She is called Golden Feather, and this is going to be the new costume contest suit. She's super, super pretty. Let me take a look at her tags. She is fairy-like at 13,000, so the suits that you can get from participating in the game itself are always around 13,000. They're quite strong. They are strong enough to compete with a lot of the VIP suits, not the $100 suits, but quite a few of the VIP suits. You can compete with these ones and the uniques from the pools. So that levels the playing field a little bit. Not every VIP suit is capable of defeating one of these competition suits, let's call them. So she's fairy-like at 13k, active at 6, instrument at 5, and then gorgeous, sweet, and romantic at 2,000. Let's take a look at her story. On her face, every twinkle and smile uncovers her innocence. On her dress, every stitch and thread pictures beautiful patterns. Her skin is like snow, soaked in the holy pool, smooth and flawless. Staring at him through long gauze, she thinks it is just a dream. By the turbulent pool, slowly and gracefully, she begins to dance. How light and agile she is, like snow, like dragons. How soft and sweet the tune is, like smoke, like mist. As bells ring, clouds disperse, and the red sun appears. You can see here fashion contest, and then it takes me to the pool. Free travel is her background piece. I noticed that she has this. This is probably a back piece, morning alarm, so that is this sort of flowy coat thing. Happy always to get new back pieces, so I'm looking forward to the costume contest that's cross-server. Apparently the Empress will set a theme for it, so I think that's going to be the in-game Empress, not each server's Empress. And there's going to be multiple rounds of it according to the notice board, but once we figure that out, I'll post a video covering how that works. Probably in the next 2 weeks. It will give us a week to go through it once, and then another week to record it and discuss what actually happens and how that works. So that's going to be super cool, super fun. We love new cross-server events. I want to look through the notice, and upon looking at the notice, I do see that they have loaded in some more chapters for us, way at the very bottom of everything, past the new event. We can see that they have new chapters for the main story and new chapters for Encounter. I don't know how many of each because it doesn't say, but probably about 10. It's been that way. It's usually about 10 new chapters. And then the items in the events Fruitful Season and Ghost Feast can be exchanged, as well as the events from All Saints Day. Oh, and the prank stickers are back to the default. Boo, I like the ghosts. The Chinese characters in the solo show of Costume Battle have been fixed, and the glitches in the main story have been fixed. Okay, so that's good, but did they fix the bug of the Chinese characters in Wealth and Fortune? Oh, they did. Okay, good, because this Get More Chance to Obtain Coins was in Chinese before, as well as a couple of other places, but it looks like they've gone through and they've fixed some of the bugs. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Please remember to like and subscribe.